Alright, what's going on everybody, it's Liam here and welcome to today's video on the channel. And in today's video, I have the updated best level 160 fire builds for y'all. Recently, as you know, KingsIsle has done a gear audit, giving the Aeon gear pips and accuracy, so everything I made from about a month or two ago is obsolete now. I need to update these gear guides. I will be having I will be having timestamps for PvE and PvP builds respectively and yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So starting off with the PvP build, we have some pretty nice stats on the fire. They're honestly really good. I was kind of shocked at how good they are right now. You have about 9.8k HP, which honestly is pretty darn good for a fire. You're right at the damage intersection as well. You have maximum damage stat, which is obviously really darn cool. 53 resist, which is a bit low, but you cannot really get that higher without sacrificing, you know, a limb, basically. And I do have a myth pin because myth is the best school in the meta right now. Almost 130 flat resist, which is really good. You can get that a bit higher if you have some better flat resist jewels. I just do not at the moment. Probably like closer to 140, but you have perfect accuracy as well. Really solid crit, really solid block, and basically 60 pierce, 59 pierce. I'm just gonna call it 60, okay? 60 pierce. Now, you can get 61 if you swap the wand around, as you'll see later on in the video. But personally, I'd rather be like right at 59, borderline 60, and just eke out every bit of damage I can for the faster matchups right now. Then we have 82% conversion, which is really good. Perfect pip chance and really good arch mastery rating as well. So what we are running is pretty basic for the most part, but we're running Aeon with the sword pin. Keep in mind, you're going to want a myth or a balance pin right now. Myth and balance are the two best schools in the game at the moment, so definitely get myth or balance pin if you can. Aeon, and then Aeon. Wow, what a shocker, right? But I think these are the best gear combinations right now. And then we have an Eternal Athame to change it up a little bit and beef up our stats a little bit as well. Now, I do have a bubble socketed, as you'll see right here. Fire does struggle for bubble control. Obviously, you only have Hefty, which is the most expensive hit and bubble in the game right now. So having an extra 2-pip bubble socketed can really go a long way. You could also use the bubble pet as well if you want some more bubble control, but I do not prefer the bubble pet, as you'll see here in a moment. And then I'm actually rocking this amulet right here. Now, you used to be running a amulet like this, the Ice Mastery or whatever, but I think giving up 1 resist for like, you know, 100 more health, 8 more block rating, 20 more pip conserve, and an extra flat resist socket and an item card, I think is honestly worth it in my opinion. Pretty much about the same stats in general, obviously, but I think I prefer the Eternal one a bit more. I think they would have to update the masteries probably to level 160 if they want players to keep using them, because right now a lot of players just run mono school amulets because the stats are better, except for only Storm. Then what a shocker, we have the Aeon ring here as well. And then the pet I am running is the Deadly Nullity Dragon. Now you get this from the raid if you do not know. If you need help doing a raid or want to know more about it, be sure to check out my raid guide video here on the channel. But these 3 Dark Pot cards are really good on a fire because typically people won't shield because you counter shields, so they'll weakness. So you have the counter to a weakness right here, and this allows you to combo really efficiently and do a lot of damage on a fire, which I really like. If you do not have access to this pet, I recommend the bubble pet to have 2 extra bubbles, as we talked about earlier, or the Fossil Avenger mount to get 8 more damage, and then you can switch up your build a bit and probably swap to double Aeon, or double Eternal here to crank up your health a little bit more. But I prefer that pet and these stats, obviously. If you need help making any pets, as always, just come through sometimes on the stream, and I can lend y'all the pets, no problem. We are running the Clockwork Courser as well, with the Fiery Void cards for level 160. Now, I was running the Aeon deck for a bit, for a little bit more health, which is honestly really solid. You get almost 10,000 health with this build, and the stats are, you know, really good. However, I found myself losing a lot of games by not pip conserving, like a S'more or a Heffy, you know, going into that Jhin. So I really think Fire does need pip conserve right now in the meta. So although, you know, you are giving up health and critical and damage to an extent in a way, this deck is really good just to consistently hit those combos. And you don't, again, you have really good stats across the board. So I would, you know, rather be able to do my combos than worry about losing a game because I didn't pip conserve, you know? But yeah, again, the stats are really freaking cracked. Honestly, really impressed with this update with how good Fire stats are. If anything, I think the damage is way too high for, obviously, Fire, Myth, and Balance. I made a video yesterday talking about that. They're at the damage cap when they're not supposed to be in terms of, like, the Rochambeau game design. So I really think that could probably be put down a bit. But as of right now, Fire has some really cracked stats, and it's not bad school at all. So yeah, now for the PvE build, you have 9.6k health, which is, you know, pretty decent for a Fire. 215 damage, which is not hitting the damage cap. I do not think there is a possible way to efficiently hit the damage cap on a Fire right now. But you can get pretty darn close at 215 out of 220. Only Storm can at the moment. 32 resist, which is pretty decent. Perfect accuracy, 710 crit, pretty good. 500 block, not bad at all for PvE. 51 pierce, again, really good for PvE. Pip conserve doesn't matter that much. Perfect pips and decent arch mastery. So what we are running is the Aeon hat. We are running the Nullity robe for 160. Now this is also locked behind a raid, just like how the pet was earlier before. You will have to get into a guild and do a raid. Again, if you need help with that, be sure to check out my raid video here on the channel. We're running the Aeon boots as well with the Aeon sword because obviously the most damage, right? Aeon over Eternal because we want the damage. Dragoon, obviously, it's one of the best 4 pips in the game, so very, very solid. You could run the Shane Von Shane amulet if you have it, but I do not have it at the moment. But I'd probably still take this over the Shane amulet in general. Then obviously the classic all damage Krill pet right here with the set bonus on the Chompy Bronto. And I am running the Aeon deck obviously to get the max crit and the max block to obviously do some really good numbers on a Fire. But yeah, that's everything I got for the video today, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you made it this far, be sure to leave a like, rating, and subscribe. I do post almost every day, if not every other day. I would really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys want to see next here on the channel. For the next build, we've done Storm. Now this is Fire. Like the second episode is Fire. So let me know what school you want to see next. There's Death, Ice, Life, Balance, and Myth, I believe. I hope I got them all right. I might sound like an idiot here, but let me know which one you want to see next. And I have oh my god, the next video I have for y'all, it's gonna be so funny. So definitely stay tuned for that one. I think you guys will really like it. It's gonna be really funny. But without further ado, I'm gonna head out. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. And as always, take care, guys.